Hello everybody and welcome. I am here for day 16 of the Rach&Bella Christmas Craft Off 2024. I've been really excited about this collaboration. This is the fourth one that Rach&Bella have hosted. I've done 3 of them now. I did miss 1 year, but they are always so much fun and there's always lots of inspiration to be had. So as I said, this is day 16, so it's coming out on the 16th of November. And as usual, there are 2 crafters on each day who are working with a particular prompt. So working with me today is the Paper Bumblebee, and our prompt is a Christmas ticket, or a retro Christmas ticket. All of the info is actually going to be on a dedicated page on the Rach&Bella website, which I'll have linked down below. So you can go and check out all of the details, but there are so many crafters involved in this. Many of them I'm sure you've heard of before. There are some smaller channels, but honest to God, if you go and have a look at their creations, they are just absolutely stunning. There is so much inspiration to be had from these collaborations. The kits that Rach&Bella have released are, as always, very, very beautiful, and they've currently got 40% off, so you definitely want to go and take advantage of that discount. Again, it's all via that web page, so it will be linked down below, so you can go and grab those kits. And as always, there is a giveaway, so if you want to be in a chance of winning some goodies at the end of the month, all you have to do, nice and simple, is watch each of the videos, give them a thumbs up and leave a little comment below each of the videos as well. So that's all of the kind of admin parts out of the way. Let's take a look at the project that we're going to be doing. So as I said, Rachel's kit this time is absolutely gorgeous, as all her kits are. She actually had 4 different kits that we could work with. So 2 of them were background kits, which are the papers that I've kind of used. There was an ephemera kit, and then the main kind of journaling kit as well. So there were 4 different kits yet that we could have a little play around with. So as I said, I've pulled out pages from the background pages kits. I think I've picked 1 ephemera page, but I'll show you that in a moment. You can see here some of the gorgeous pages. So we've got these lovely baubles. I really like this next page as well, with kind of the faint trees in the background. And then how beautiful is that one there with the poinsettias? Really love that. It kind of gives a lovely kind of red leaves there. So they're the papers I'm going to be using, and this is what we're going to be making, or I'm going to be making. So I love recycling old envelopes. That's what I've done here to create this pocket. I've added some lace just so it kind of looks a bit more sort of wintry. I've been using some of the stamps that I've got in my stash, and we've got this gorgeous paper here on the back. And then as you pull it out, you have this ticket. So I've got these wonderful huge ticket dies that are actually part of like my planner dies, and I have used that to kind of layer it up, and it's almost like a journaling card. So I've got space here to do some journaling. I've got a little pocket to stick things in, and these little cutout pieces are from one of the ephemera pages from the kit, but that just tucks in the back there. And again, I've just used my stamps to add some decoration, and the same on this side here. So I've got ticket stamped up there, and a little birdie down here, and some snowflakes, and yeah, just a little bit of ribbon again, just so you've got something to pull on when you're coming out of the envelope. So that's what I'm going to make today. So it's like a ticket journaling card, but nice and Christmassy and beautifully decorated with the papers. So putting that to one side, obviously for this one I used the birds, and then I've used these kind of berries, all of this holly. So you've got a kind of darker green version, and then on this side there was a version that had a much lighter tone to it. So I thought this would be great for writing on because it's a lot paler. So for the one that I'm going to make here, I've got this as kind of my paler side, so you could write on this one. And then this is obviously the decorative piece. And then this page is what I'm going to use to decorate my envelope. So I'm just going to move those out of the way for a moment just so we can kind of see what I've got. So I have already cut some bits out. So these, like I said, are from the ephemera kit. So I've got a couple of small tickets and a couple of small, well, they're not journaling cards, but just small pieces of ephemera that I can tuck into the pocket. This is the ticket shape that I make into the pocket. And then I've already cut the piece that's going to lay over the top. So I've kept this one light because when I do some stamping on it, it will obviously show up a lot better. And then I've got my envelope. Now a friend of mine sent me a bunch of envelopes from America because you've got these really huge windows. We don't get windows like this on our envelopes here in the UK. So a friend of mine sent me a bunch of them. So I'm still working my way through them, but as I said, I love reusing envelopes. So I wanted to make a pocket with one of those. So all I've done is trimmed off the top end of the envelope. So it was quite a long one. And I've just made a score line so that I'm going to have a flap just so I can close it off at the top. And then I will neaten up this edge in a moment. This is obviously where it was torn open. And then that's going to form the pocket, but we'll come to that in a second. We'll start with the ticket, I think. So as I said, to save some time, I have already done a lot of the die cutting because I don't want this video being too long, because obviously you want to go and see the paper bumblebee as well and go and see what they are creating. So this is how this side is going to look. Something like that. So let's get those bits glued down. But yeah, I really love this ticket die. As soon as Rachel kind of put out the list of the different prompts and I saw this one, I thought, I've recently just purchased a huge ticket die to go with my planner set. So I thought that would be absolutely perfect. So yeah, I was very excited when I saw that prompt. So I immediately put my name down for that one. So thank you, Rachel. Such a great idea. And as I say, these papers are just absolutely gorgeous. They're so good for these kind of projects. They're also great for albums as well, because a lot of the background pages, the patterns on them are just really, really beautiful. Whoops. I must admit, it was very hard choosing which papers I wanted, but I was trying to go for ones that had quite a small pattern on them. So that bird one, there was another page where the birds were a lot larger, but then I thought, well, then you're probably only going to get one and then maybe a foot of another bird in the view. So I tried to pick ones that had smaller images on them, just so that obviously you'll be able to see more once it is obviously cut down like this. Okay, so there's one side. Then this side is going to be the bit that you would journal on. So I'm going to stick that bit down. Now I think on my last pocket, that was kind of my tester one. I think I had these die cut the wrong way round. So I ended up putting my ticket pocket over what should be the journaling side, and it's because I had die cut this backwards. So this tells you how it needs to die cut, because you've got the kind of curved edge along here, and yeah, because of the way that I die cut it, this tag obviously goes this way. Well, the holes were on the wrong side, so I've had to put the pocket on there. I mean, I could, oh, actually I could turn it upside down, couldn't I? That didn't even occur to me, you know, when I was doing this last time. But yeah, I should have just turned it that way. Well, I figured it out this time. That's fine. So yeah, I'm actually going to put the pocket on this side this time, so that gives you this whole space then to journal. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of that when I was doing the prototype. Never mind. I must admit, my brain is just not functioning right at the moment. It just feels like it's been crazy busy lately. because of it, my brain's just not functioning. Right, okay, so as I said, this is going to be the journaling side. This side is the bit that's going to have the pocket. So I'm going to have that on there. Now, last time in the set, there were some dies that create this kind of hole reinforcer. And I was thinking this time I might actually use eyelets. I've got some white ones that I'm going to use. Or I might have a dig around and see if I've got any red ones. But yeah, I want to put this on there. And then as I say, this side I'm going to stamp. But yeah, I thought this would be a nice little project. And as I said, I'm so glad that I had these ticket dies. I mean, even if you don't have these dies, you could just cut a piece of scrapbook paper or cardboard to the size that fits your pocket. And then you can just punch out. You can use, if you've got a 1-inch circle punch, just punch holes there, and then you can use your crocodile to punch your perforated holes as well if you wanted to. So that could be a way that you can recreate this without necessarily having the die. I think I'm going to do my stamping before I stick my pocket down. So let's have a look what stamps we've got. Now, funnily enough, I had the ticket die, but I didn't really have any ticket stamps. So I went straight on to Amazon, and I do love Globland. I've done a few collaborations with Globland, and this ticket set is actually from them. It wasn't from one of my collaborations. I actually got this one off Amazon, but I really love this. So that's the one that I used on the last one, this huge great big ticket. I was just thinking, what do I want on this one? I don't know whether to just have ticket and then this huge number underneath, or there's a barcode. Could possibly have the barcode. Yeah, I think I might do that. So I'm going to grab my stamping platform, just because I think sometimes it does need to be stamped a few times for it to like really be clear. So I'm going to bring this in and just try and make a little bit of space on my desk. Oops. Okay, so what did we want to use? Ticket. So I do want ticket on there because obviously the idea is this is supposed to be a ticket, and I know it is a ticket shape, but we want it to be obvious, don't we? And actually we've got quite a few. We've got a free pass, we've got a couple of other barcodes. Which one should we go for? I think we'll go for the longer one. So we've got that barcode, and I like the admit one, £2 or $2. That one is, sorry. Right. So let's have a look. So I could have ticket, then the barcode. I might stamp that one somewhere else actually, because I'm thinking I might want something Christmassy on here as well. So I'll stick with that for now, and then like I said, I can add some Christmassy bits to it as well. I am just doing my stamping in black. I'm using VersaFine just because I think it gives the most crisp image. But the nice thing about stamping platform, while actually that's stamped pretty well, I do like to just go back in and give it another little stamp. That's it. Right, so as far as Christmassy ones go, I've got quite a lot, and I'm sorry they don't quite fit because they're big A4 sheets. So I've got Santa's reindeer, that might be quite cute. Oh my goodness, you can tell I haven't used these. What have we got on here? Okay, lots of other cool things. Right, let's use Santa's reindeer. I quite like Santa's reindeer. It almost looks like they're flying over the word ticket. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, brilliant. Right, okay, so that's that bit done. I'm going to put that back on there for a minute. So that's how that's looking, and that's going to go on that side. Now I might pop a sentiment up here. So I'm just going to line this up in here. And find a sentiment that I can put in there. Now on my envelope I used this Merry Christmas, so I might use this on here and then find something else to go on my envelope later on. Okay, so just lining it up roughly in the middle. Oh, hang on, I need to make sure that it's not so low. About there. I'll just do that, give that one more stamp. Brilliant, right. Very happy with that. That's going to go on there. And then on this side, I'm going to have this as the journaling part, but then we could maybe add some stamping down the bottom here. So I'm just going to lift that up, pop some magnets down. Okay, so I'm thinking of adding this stamp here. This is just, I got some pine needles and things on, so I think that one might be quite nice since we have got the trees. So we'll stamp that one on there. Yeah, I like that, and that probably doesn't actually need a second go. Okay, so that's that side done. Right, I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. We'll come back to that with the envelope. So on this side we had this, and I just lined them up with the holes, and that's going to go on there. I'm then going to use my glue to just glue the bottom. Oh, actually, before I glue the bottom, let that tip upside down for a second. So I used some of this last time on the other one, and I'm thinking I might just add a little bit down the bottom here. Like I said, just because I feel like something just needs to be in this corner. I'm thinking of twisting it so it's almost like a bow. And then with my tiny attacher, pop a little staple in it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Right, now I can glue it. So I'm just going to glue this bottom part. Don't need to worry about the side too much, but I am going to go just in front of where that is perforated, or supposed to be perforated. And then again, I'm just going to line it up as best I can. And then stick that down. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in, like I said, I've got white. I'm debating whether to get red actually, because it is quite white on there, isn't it? Let's see if I've got any red ones. Yes, I have. So I need 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's get rid of those white ones. Okay, so I'll do the one in the centre first. Right, so that's that side. So on this side, this is obviously where you're going to do the journaling. And then I've got these cute little tickets which I want to put on there, and I'm going to spread them out slightly and just put them there like that. So we'll do this one first, and I don't stick them all the way down, I just want to put them at a slight angle at the top. Just kind of gives that ticket illusion then, doesn't it? Although actually I probably want, oh no, I'll say I probably want the other one, because now it looks like Merry Christmas is almost upside down, but then the house would be upside down, so it doesn't matter which way around I do it, that'll do. Okay, so that's my journaling side, and then this side is obviously the bit with the pocket, so we can put those, oops, in there. And there's our ticket, well, our ticket journaling card. Right, let's get on with the pocket. So I still want this admit £1, £2, so I'm going to keep that to the side. Here's my pocket. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue down this flap, and then I can neaten up that edge. Now obviously if you are doing this at home, and like I said, if you made your homemade ticket, you can make it any size that you want. Just going to bring in my trimmer, as I said, just to neaten up that edge a little bit. Well, it just about fits in here. Perfect. Right, now to decorate this, I'm not going to use the same papers that I've used here. This is where I want to use this page. Now I do have plenty left over, but again I thought the colours went really nicely and this all kind of went very well together. So I just need to grab a pencil just so I can mark, where's the edge, that side, isn't it? Where I need to cut. So I need to cut along there and up there. And obviously I need one for the back as well. So about there. So I need my bigger trimmer for this bit because we're cutting off a little bit bigger. got these bits spare that I might use for something else. Okay, so these are the two that I've got. Now, because I will be cutting out a window, I don't really want to use this one because we've got lots of that gorgeous red. So I'm going to have that one on the back of my envelope. And then this one, just making sure I've got the opening on the right side. Yep, so this one is going to go on here. Just trying to decide which way up I would like it. I think that way. Okay, so that's going to go up that way. Now, last time I just guesstimated the window. I'm going to do the same this time. So I'm going to come just inside where the window is. So it's about there. And from the bottom, I want it about there. So I'm just sketching it out. And then the window kind of comes up. And I am going to indent it in. About here. So as I say, just sketching it. Does not have to be exact at all. And then I don't want to go any higher than that. So I might just arch it a bit more. So it almost looks a bit like a stocking now. Okay, but that's the shape I'm going to go for. And then I'm just going to use a pair of scissors to cut that out. Okay, so that's going to get stuck on there. So the only thing I need to do then is, as I said, if in doubt, cover with ink. I can do a little bit at the bottom just in case I missed a bit there, and a little bit at the top. I'm going to give it a little bit of an ink around here, and I am just using Vintage Photo, just because Vintage Photo is quite subtle. It's not too much of a dark colour. Okay, so that's going to go on there, and then I'll ink all the way around the edge once everything's all sort of stuck down. Okay, then I also need to have a think about what I want on the inside. So that's where I probably will use what I've got left over from the baubles, just because the colours I think complement each other nicely. So this one I think I will use. Okay, so I'm just going to check that it actually fits in, because I've done it before where it doesn't quite fit. So this is a little bit stiff to kind of wedge in. So all I'm going to do is just take a little bit off, well, top or bottom, it doesn't really matter. But it just ensures it kind of goes in a little bit more smoothly. I'm then going to not glue all of it. I'm just going to do the bottom half, or the bottom 2/3, and then I'll come back to the top once it's actually slotted into place. Although because you end up getting glue all on this top part of the envelope anyway, once it kind of slides in, you end up gluing the whole thing down anyway. So you just try and line it up with the edge of the envelope as best you can. And then we can get the back on. I'm just making sure it's the right way up. Don't know if this has an orientation, but it's going to go that way. Okay, awesome. Now I feel like I want to add some lace again, but I do really want this on here. So I think I might put it on the back. I'm not going to use my stamping platform for this. Just going to hope that this stamps nicely as it is. Yep, the stamp's all right. Right, okay, so we've got a knit one on there. Right, so I am going to get some lace for the back, and then I want a sentiment to go up the top here. Obviously for this one, I had more space at the top, so that's why I used that big Merry Christmas. I'm not going to have that space on this one, so I need something a little bit thinner. So I'm just having a look at my Christmas stamps to see which one I can use. So I've actually got Noel, which might be great because obviously this is Nostalgic Noel. We've got Holly Jolly Christmas. Or we've got this sentiment, which I really quite like. Peace, love, hope, health and happiness. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Again, I'm not going to use my stamping platform for this one. Or will I? I actually will. Just in case it needs to be re-stamped. So let's pop the envelope in. Make sure I've got the stamp the right way up, because that would be a bit of a disaster, wouldn't it? I'm leaving space here because this is where I'm obviously going to put the lace, so that's why I've got it over this side. Yeah, glad I used my stamping platform now, because this is going to need a couple of stamps. Possibly 3. No, I think that's enough, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, this is the lace that I used last time. I've got absolutely tons of this stuff. So I'm thinking, do I want to use it again? Although I might do it the other way round. So where's my scissors gone? Yeah, see, last time I had this part coming in, but again, this window is a lot wider. So I think I'm going to have the thinner edge here, and then it wraps round to the other one. Or is that just too plain? Does that need something else? I think it might need something else. Let's have a look. Okay, so I've actually found a different ribbon, and I think this one's pretty on both sides, so I think I might use this one instead. So I'm going to snip it here. Obviously I can trim anything I need to a bit later. So I'm just going to put some glue on one side, and then I'll just wrap it round and obviously glue it to the other side as well. Yeah, okay, that looks much prettier. I like that. And it makes the back look a little bit more decorative as well. Okay, so we've got this piece. So this is our ticket, and it's got its own little pocket where we can pull it out. Right, I think though I will find a ribbon to pop in there. So I used this last time. I don't want to use that again. I have got some red, so I think I might use some red ribbon. And it doesn't need to be a lot. I'm just going to put it through the middle one. nicely. Just tie a little knot like that. Okay, so there's my take on the Christmas tickets prompt. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and found some inspiration. As I said, you need to go and check out the Paper Bumblebee because she's doing hers as well, with the same prompt that I've had. Make sure you go and check out all of the other participants as well in the collaboration. I know it's a lot of videos to watch, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed, and you'll have lots and lots of different ideas of things that you could make. There is a 40% off on the kits as well, so hop on over to the website, go and check out that collaboration list and those beautiful papers from Rach&Bella. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.